Hello, I'm Anthony Starks. Thank you for watching this video. I want to take a little bit of your time to introduce myself. I'm with Stark Solutions. We do coaching for businesses, and we also have Financial Freedom Insurance Academy where we do training. So what I want to do today is really help you to see in a different way that you never saw before. So I'm one of the mindset shift coaches, and what we do is we really like to take time with businesses, new entrepreneurs, or existing entrepreneurs who work day to day and feel trapped by their businesses. So what we do is show you a roadmap of how to get out of the day to day, okay? So the way I get started, and I like to talk to everybody, is I like to draw a box, okay? This box represents your business. In your business, what you're doing every day is you're working inside of this business, inside of this box, okay? So think about it like this, a restaurant. Let's just say you're behind the counter at a restaurant, okay? And you're serving burgers. What you're doing all day is you're maybe cooking the burgers, helping customers when they come in, you're doing the transactions, you're getting the food, you're bagging it up, you're getting it to the customer, and they're making money. And you're doing that day in, day out, right? When you start working from the first customer who walks in to the last customer who leaves, okay? What you're doing is all of the work that needs to be done in the business, which is very important. But very rarely do I ever see businesses who take time to step outside of their business to then look outside of the business what the operations look like internally, right? That's very important. What typically happens for most entrepreneurs is they are working at a job, they are doing the work at the job. Let's just say this person here may have been working at a restaurant. He feels like, man, I'm doing all the cooking, I'm doing all the serving the clients, I'm doing all of this stuff. Why am I working for this person? Well, I can be my own boss. So then that person typically leaves that job and they come here to start their own business. What they're doing is they haven't started a business, they just created their own job for themselves. They take this job home with them every day. They are stressed out. All their life is filled up with the internal workings of this job. Now, what typically happens is this. Again, if you work at a barbershop before, you leave that barbershop, you know the skill sets of cutting hair. You're going to open a barbershop, salons. You see it all the time with different type of business. I even did it myself. By trade, I used to be a pawnbroker. I was killing in numbers, lighting it up, and I knew what to do inside of that store, right? So once I left the store to start my own business at that time, well over 12 years ago, I did this. I was doing the day-to-day stuff. But what I didn't know was, how do I get clients? How do I do payroll? How do I do taxes? How do I do all of these other things that come with the business outside of just sales? Okay, so what's happening here is this person here is doing a lot of transactions during the day. His business is very transactional. Okay, again, he's inside of the business. But what I want to do is help you shift your mind to get outside of the business to look outside in. Okay, so let's just take for a moment. If this person is looking outside in, obviously he's not in there. So number one, he has to start thinking, who am I going to be able to put in this seat to do this job so that I am not having to do it? Does that make sense? That's one thing. Now, the challenge is once you pull this person out and you put another person in, you start critiquing. Where this person can't do it as good as I can. I used to do it better. I had more relationship with the customers. I had more sales, all this stuff. So you want to take them out. Don't do that, okay? What I'm trying to explain to you is stay right here, and I want you to look inside of that business to really see what's going on. Let's just say this person has a drive-through where you can drive through a car, and we're just going to pretend this is a car. I know that's a terrible drawing, but just stay with me. This is a car, right? Drive-through, person can order at menu number 1, and they pick their food up at menu number 2. You know restaurants that's like that, Burger King, McDonald's, all these guys. Chick-fil-A, they all have where you order at the menu, and then you pick your food up, okay? When you're stepping outside of that business, you notice things like what? Number 1, the light bulbs inside of this menu aren't working. So it's taking a lot of time for cars to get through to order because they can't see until they get up to the menu. Right there is a huge opportunity loss. You got customers who now leaving because the line is too long. They're driving up to your establishment and they're leaving because the line is too long or it's taking too long for orders. So you have an inefficiency issue, right? As you're looking outside, you notice another thing. Hey, it's taking more time for the customers to even order once they get up to the window, to the menu to order, because the speaker is busted. They can't hear the person who's in the restaurant who's giving orders to the car. So now the person in the car, can you repeat yourself? I can't hear you. And it's all this kind of stuff going on. But if you're so focused inside of the business and you're ripping and running, hey, pass me that bread over there. Flip that burger over there. Make sure you get enough change. Well, I got to run down to the bank real quick so I can go get change so I can get this customer, his change back. We don't have any change. The credit card process is there. Sally called in, so now we need to move somebody from the front register to the drive-thru. And again, it's just chaos all inside of here. You will never take time to see that the light is out on the menu, nor will you take time to see that the speaker is busted. There's so many other things that you'll capture a snapshot of your business when you're out here just standing back, spectating and watching. And you're just looking, this can be improved, that can be improved. Never saw that this was going on. I'm noticing now every Friday we are running out of buns at 4 p.m. we get this big rush. We're running out of buns. Now that we run out of buns, we're losing customers. We have to tell customers, come back later, all this kind of stuff. We ran out of this French fries. But you don't have the systems in place to tell you your numbers. Okay, so 3 things I really want you to focus on. You can just say like the 3 P's. It's going to be your people, your processes, and your promotions. So again, making sure you have the right people in the seat who get it, who want it, and had a capacity to do the work. How are you measuring who's going to be the right person? Are you just hiring anybody with a post? You just hoping somebody show up and take the position, you just slam them in there, and then all of a sudden you're so happy because that's one less duty you have to do. Instead of delegating to them, you abdicated to them, and then all of a sudden now things are way worse, and you feel like, hey, let me just do this too, but you're paying them. You see that chaos? If you're not producing order in your business, you're producing and creating chaos. So what we want to show you is how to put the right systems and processes in place to effectively manage your business. That's going to take time for you to step outside of your business in the day-to-day, putting out fires and all that kind of stuff. We want to show you how to put out fires, but methodically, systematic, because you want to have a predictable, consistent way to get results. So promotion, how are you getting that next client? Where is that next client coming from? Who is your client? Who's your target market? Do you know any of these things? So we want to help you do that here. This is what the things that we do is we take you outside of your business to help you run more efficiently in your business and more effectively in your business, okay? So again, once you're doing this sort of deal here, how much am I spending on marketing? When should I spend on marketing? Should I increase my budget? Should I decrease my budget? Where am I overspending that's not producing? What are my ROI, my return on investment? All these sort of deals, right? What are my key performance indicators? What things are happening to trigger me to know when I need to flip this switch? You see what I'm saying? There's so many things that if you're so caught cutting hair, doing hair as a barber, or you're a truck driver and you're driving trucks and you're not taking time, and now you're getting pulled over by DOT, and all of a sudden now you're getting fines because you don't have your logs in order because all you're doing is driving. Again, you're so busy doing the work in your business that you're not doing business. You're doing the work of the business. Does it make sense? It's 2 different things. In the business, outside of the business. These guys who only work in their business, you see the stats that in the first 3 to 5 years, 9 out of 10 businesses fail. The reason being, they're in here. They know the technical work to do the work, but they don't have the business knowledge to do and operate a company. That's different, okay? You're owning the job, you're doing it, you're seeing money, you're seeing all that. So again, 9 out of 10 businesses fail in the first 3 to 5 years. Out of that number who makes it, so let's just say 1 makes it, now in the next 5 years after that, which is in that 8 to 10 range, your range, you have 9 out of 10 of those businesses fail. So within a 10-year span, most businesses are going to be wiped out. And the biggest and most common factor it's business knowledge. You're going to think it's lack of capital, lack of customers, lack of employees. Oh, and you're going to be pointing, blaming. But it's not any of those things. It's you as the CEO or the owner of that company. So again, we really want to show you how to think like a CEO, operate like a CEO. And again, it's all here. Mind, set, shifting. Does it make sense? Getting a clear picture of your business, vision of what you want your company to look like, an end goal picture. Put it in your hand to see how your business is going to operate. After you get that picture, now we're going to reverse engineer this thing. What do I need to do today to move day-to-day actions to get strategically to that goal? Does that make sense? Most people who are only in their business don't think along these lines, okay? So I just want to take a little time to explain this to you, to show you why you want to connect with us, plug into us, get in our webinars, our training events, our conferences that we do, because I'm telling you, we've seen massive success. Because again, this was me for so long. Stressed out, headaches, frustrated, hair getting thin, just all kind of stuff, right? But again, I knew how to do the work, but I didn't know the business acumen behind the scenes that was outside of this. Because again, you're making a lot of money as a business or as a person who owns a job, but then when you have to file those taxes because you don't know your numbers, expenses, all that. So it's so much. I don't want to make this video too long, but again, there's a lot that you need to learn. And if you really want to scale and grow your business, I would tell you it'll be well worth your time investment to really tap into us. Again, Stark Solutions, business coaching consultant, and then on our Financial Freedom Insurance Academy side, that's what we're going to do, training team members, employees, all that sort of deal. So thanks for your time. Thanks for watching this video. If you know anybody who can benefit just from the initial information that was shared, share it with somebody, help release them, mindset shift them to get them out of their business so that they can see it in another way. I appreciate it, and you be great. Let's go.